channel. So I am going to be starting off a new little mini ranking series here on my channel. I'm going to be doing it over the course of the next 4 weeks. So if you like ranking videos, please stay tuned and watch and subscribe and all that lovely jazz. But today we're going to start with lipsticks. I do have a decent amount of lipsticks, and what I've done is I've separated them all into their different color stories, and I'm going to be ranking them by color and tone because I felt like if I ranked them all together in one big ranking system, it wouldn't be fair because I like some of my reds, but they're not my favorite. But then if I rank them low, it just seems that I don't like them when I actually do. I just like a red when I like a red, which is not going to be every single day. So we're starting off with lipsticks. I have included my lip balms in here as well. We'll have a separate video for lip glosses, lip tints, you know, face palettes, eyeshadow palettes, foundations, primers, etc., over the course of the next few weeks. I thought that this would be fun. A, you might really enjoy it, so that's good. And also B, it would be really good for me to figure out which products I actually like in my collection, because at the end of this, I do plan to do a declutter series. So I'm wanting to use this as a way for me to determine, kind of look at everything and determine what I like in my collection and just talk through it. So yeah, let's do it together. All right, so we're gonna start with the smallest groups first. I see only a few brown tone lipsticks here. So we're gonna start with here. There's only 4 of them. Honestly, I feel like brown lipstick is something that I'm always craving and always wanting, and just seeing 4 of them kind of gives me the idea that potentially it is a color that I would like to expand a little bit more. But having said that, I have these 4. There's definitely a couple here where I don't really use, so we'll see. All right, I think that my least favorite out of all of these is my Oden's Eye. This is the Love Jasmine. I got this in a mystery box a few years ago now when I first tried Oden's Eye. I'm gonna be swatching, so it's gonna be quite a lot. I have to say all 4 of these I do enjoy, so there's not gonna be any here that I think potentially would be decluttered, but I do like this formula. I just think I don't think this color is the color that is ultimately my favorite out of the 4. However, it is very pretty. Like, it's very pretty, and with my new hair, you know, potentially I should pull this out a little bit more. But I would say that's my like number 4 out of these 4. Then I've got this one. This is from a brand called Winnie. I got this in a local Chinese store. There's a lot of them in Portugal, if you know, you know. And they sell a lot of Sea Beauty. And I picked this up months ago and I had it in my bag for a long time. So I don't think I've really ever spoken about it. But I really, really like this. And that's why I've kind of kept it in my bag. It's honestly not that different from the Oden's Eye. It's just a little bit peachier. And so, you know, it kind of has the brown, but it also has a little bit more of that peach. And honestly, I could have probably put it in a different category, but I kept it with the brown because it is mostly a brown nude. And I really like it. It is a matte formula, this one, but it's like the Matte Pro Lipstick 24 hours. I do like it, but it's not super drying even though it is a matte formula. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. And then I have 2 left. This one I did receive from What's Up Beauty. They sent me their whole Egyptian collection. This is the shade Ankh. I think it's just a little dark. I do like it. These bullets are absolutely stunning. They have this embossing and it's just gorgeous. But I do think it's a little dark for me and in my preference. Also, I mean, putting it next to the rest of these, it's actually not very brown. So maybe I should move this into more of my mauve, but I do have one already in the mauve category. So maybe it's in the wrong category, but I do find it a little dark, a little vampy. Yeah, it's probably in the wrong category looking at it. This is why we're swatching. But yeah, I don't know, do I like it more than these other 2? Maybe not actually, just looking at it, but maybe it's in the wrong category. So maybe I only have 3 true browns, because this I would say is my favorite. This is the Beauty Crop Smoothie Stick Lip Crayon. It is in the shade Saucy Marcella. I've had it for a while. I got it in a, I don't know, a subscription, like a beauty subscription box. And you can see it's not really as brown or as orangey brown as these other 2. They're all quite different from each other. I think I struggled to find ultimately a true brown. I don't have a true brown in my collection, but I felt like these, definitely these 3, maybe not the What's Up Beauty But yeah, I don't know. This is going to be hard. This is a hard ranking. So those are the 4 that I have. Probably, yeah, What's Up Beauty, the shade Ank doesn't belong here. But I like all 4 of them, so. Okay, next up, let's do my oranges because I do have 4 oranges as well. And whether it suits me or not, I think it's just the color that I like to go for. My mother loves wearing orange lipstick. She's kind of gone towards more of an orangey, peachy nude at this point, but she used to wear bright orange like this because some of these were gifted from her to me, like passed on. So she used to wear really bright. She won't admit it, but she did. All right, I'm just gonna say straight away, I like all 4 of these as well. So I don't know how to rank it. This is so hard to rank. Why did I just say I was gonna rank and then I'm doing this? But I think my least favorite is my Becca. So this one is beautiful. This is the shade Poppy. Obviously Becca doesn't exist anymore. I did buy this before they went out. It's a bright orange. It's a little bit peachy and just quite bold. It's a really bold orange. And these other ones, well, some of these other ones are a little bit more on the peachy side or a little bit lighter. So I think it's a little dark again, but it's still really beautiful. And the formula is gorgeous. It's such a shame they don't have it. And then I want to say that the Clarins is next. This is the Jolly Rouge collection. It's the shade Papaya. Again, it's this bright color. It's just a little bit more sheer than that other one, but still really, really beautiful, if I say so myself. But not a color that I feel like I can wear now with my hair, to be fair. All right, then I have 2 left, so I'm gonna say I've got the Makeup Factory. It's a little bit newer, so I'm kind of ranking it here. I don't think it's not his favorite. I don't know what shade this is. It doesn't have the shade name, unfortunately, and I got rid of the packaging, but I bought this in store after swatching it. Again, very similar to those other 2. They're all very creamy. They're all absolutely beautiful. It's actually very similar to the Becca, looking at it. How am I ranking this? They're all the same. Do I need both of them? But I wouldn't want to get rid of one of them, to be fair. And then I think my favorite is actually this Maybelline. This is the Peach Poppy, and this is just lighter. And I find it a little bit more fun to wear. It's a little bit more sheer, and I can layer this on top of other things if I want to. It's right here. I just think that's definitely more wearable, and depending on like what else I have on my face, sometimes it's not as like, whoa, she's wearing bright orange lipsticks. So these other 2 are, well, these other 2 are very bold. Yeah, and I would say the Clarins and this one are a little bit more similar in terms of they're more sheer, but that's where I'm ranking them. I don't know. It's very hard when you like everything. So how am I supposed to choose? All right, let's go on to more of my sheer, icy type of things. I don't know how to classify these because one of them is more of a, actually 2 of them are more peachy and then the rest are more pinky, but they're all pretty sheer or they have that icy effect. And so I don't want to lump them in with other categories. So I have 5 of them here. So this one, I don't even know where I'm ranking it, but this is a lip balm. It's a Nivea lip balm. It's a little bit pink. It's one of these ones that you wear when you go skiing or whatever. But I went through these like crazy when I was pregnant because I had such dry lips. And so I still have one of them in my collection. I do. Then we have the Urban Decay. This is the shade Gubby. This is such a sheer wash of color. It's such a shame because I was really hoping to really, really love this, but it's just too sheer. Like, I don't know how to wear this most of the time. It has that little like icy effect. Are you even gonna be able to see it? It's very, very light. And I just was hoping it would be a little bit more bold. I mean, it is similar to what you see there, but it is a very, very, very light wash of color. So, you know, it's nice, but it's not something I can wear all the time. The next one is from L'Oreal. Again, it's one of these very like icy pinks. This one is the shade Rose Tendre, and this one I do like, but you can see why I'm grouping all these together. They have that very like icy pink effect. And they're quite sheer. I'm actually wearing one of these today. Not those 2, but I have this one on today. This is the Rimmel London, and it's what I'm wearing. I do have a lip liner, but this is the shade Candy. I do like this a little bit more than the other 2. But again, it is a very, very, very light. But it gives you more of that, like the glossy feel. And I like the color of this one. It's a little bit more cool tone than this one, where it's a little bit quite bright. And then the Urban Decay is actually a bit more warmer. But you can see why I've lumped them all together. And honestly, the Nivea kind of gives the same effect. It's just not as pretty because it's more of a like a skincare for your lips. I think my favorite is this one, which is from Kiko Milano. This one is not pink. This is the Holiday Gems Care and Glow Lip Stylo. And this was limited edition for one of their holiday sort of collections. This is a lot more peach. So this could have been in the other category, but because it has that very sheer but reflective gloss to it, I wanted to keep it with these because I felt like it gave the same kind of effect on the lips. And I would say this is my favorite. I think it's the one that I wear the most, or I gravitate towards the most when I am going into these. But I like all four. I like all of them, to be fair. I can see myself getting rid of this at some point. It's just because I never go into it, but I also feel like, well, what if I need it? So that's why I keep the Nivea. All right, next up we'll go into my reds. I have 5 reds. So my least favorite is my Becca. Again, I have 2 Becca lipsticks, and this is another least favorite, unfortunately. This one's just always, this is a very, very dark red, but I don't feel like I could put it in any other category. It is called Garnet, and it is so dark and vampy, but it is that like reddish tinge. And definitely I think the darkest lipstick that I have still left in my collection. And I hardly go into it because honestly that one really should be decluttered. Then I have this from Physicians Formula. This is the Moo Butter and it's Samba Red. This is very weird. Like the only time that I have enjoyed this is if I put it on top of something else. On its own, I find it a little too sheer on the lips, but it is a pretty color, so that's why I have kept it and I continue to like dabble in it when I can. But I just wish that it looked a little bit nicer on the lips and I didn't have to use it in conjunction with something else. But when I use it with something else, it actually looks really pretty. Then I would say my NARS goes next. This one is the famous red, this sort of lipstick pen. I really like the color of this. It's more of a pinky red. You could, or like more, I guess, cool tone red. This one's obviously more warm, and then this one's just really dark, but this is more of a pinky vibe, and I do like it. It's a little bit different, and because the color is a little bit different from my other reds, I kind of feel like it can stay in my collection. This is a brand, I don't even know if it still exists. I got this in Florida when I was living there many years ago now. It still works fine, so I'm not going to get rid of it. This is BD Trade Secrets. I think I got it in like a Walgreens or something, and this is the shade Runway. I love this. I think it's so fabulous. I used to wear red lipsticks a lot when I lived in Florida because it's actually very similar to the NARS. If you can see that, it is quite similar. I used to wear red a lot because we would hire these dancers for our cruise ships and watch the shows, and they wore red because, you know, they want to like pop on stage, and so I felt like I should wear red too because why not? Yeah, it's a thing. But anyway, yeah, very similar to the NARS, so that one I would put there. And then I think my favorite is my only one that's a true red, and this is from Primark, but I love the formula of this. This is the Powder Luxe, and it's the shade Scarlet. This is gorgeous. And it is, you can see it's much more of that tomato red, and I love it. All the other ones lean a little bit more pink, but this one is really full on red, and the formula is so beautiful. My hand is getting stained. We have 3 more categories. No, yes, we have 3 more categories, and then we're done. Okay, so the next one are gonna be my mauves. I'm not that into mauve lipsticks. I did get rid of a lot of mauve lipstick back in the day, but I still have 5 here. I do also kind of like all of these too, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to declutter any lipsticks at the end of the day. But this one I'm going to put at the end. So this is the Lippy Sticks from Colourpop. I've had this for a while. This is the Dreamsicle shade. I think this is really like a true mauve too, just if when I'm looking at the rest of these. It's still beautiful though. I do like it. I just don't go into mauve all that much. Although I think when we go into my pinks, there might be some that could potentially fall into this category. I find it difficult to distinguish between pink and mauve sometimes. Maybe, you know, it's a me thing, but I would say this is definitely my least favorite out of my mauves, although it still performs beautifully. The formula is fine, it smells fine, and it is a pretty color. It's just not a color that I want to wear all the time. Then this one is pretty dark. I do like this formula, but it is a little dark. This is the shade Envy from Estee Lauder, and this one I got in, you know, one of those like gift things where you get a bunch of stuff from Estee Lauder. They had this in here. And so this one I didn't buy myself, but it's a pretty color, but it's just a little vampy. I do like it. It's just not something I want to wear all the time, or I can wear all the time. So this one I would, yeah, rate that there. I mean, honestly, putting them side by side, the Colourpop is a little bit prettier, but I know wearing them, I kind of prefer wearing this one. Then I've got my Laura Geller. I do like this one. This is the shade Brilliant. I don't remember how I got this because I don't remember buying this. This is very more of a nudie mauve. I mean, I could put this in my nudes because I have a nude category, and potentially it kind of belongs in the nudes as opposed to where it is right now, but it's too bad we're putting it here. I do like, if I'm gonna wear mauve, I like it to be a little bit lighter like this, because I think mauve can be a little dark. So definitely that's probably where it should sit. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I like this more than number 3, who knows. This is a newer one. This is from Glamshop. This is half lipstick, half lip balm, so it's actually really nourishing. And this is very pretty. It's not very dark, and I have really enjoyed it. I really like the formula because it's more of a lip balm, and you can see it is that wash of mauve. And honestly, next to the Laura Geller is a lot more nude in tone, so maybe it really doesn't belong there. This one is very similar to the Colourpop, just a bit lighter, but I do like it. I have enjoyed it. And then I would say my favorite is this one, but then again, is it mauve? We will find out. So this is another of the What's Up Beauty Egyptian collection. This is the shade Seba. I think I'm ranking this as high as it is because the formula of these are so creamy and so beautiful, but is it mauve? You know, I don't know. Yeah, it's beautiful. It is very beautiful. It's a little dark, but it is a mauve, and I don't know, actually, in terms of wearability, I might wear the Glamshop a little more than this one, but this formula is really beautiful. I've really enjoyed it. So yeah, I think they're kind of mauvey, right? I don't know, maybe I'm just colorblind. That's how I'm ranking them. All right, next up, well, let's go into my nudes because I have 6 of them. All right, I might have mixed up. I think there is a mauve in here, but we'll go with it. So I have this Model Co lipstick I've had for years, and this is the shade Kitty. I don't even know if this brand exists, but no, this is pretty nudie. These are like nudie pinks. But yeah, I like them. I like all of these. This is the problem when you keep products that you like, and I don't go out and buy tons of stuff that I don't like. Yeah, this might be a category where I suffer though in terms of my declutters, but that one is there. Then I've got the other Glamshop lipstick / lip balm that I bought. I bought 2 of them. This one is actually, what was the other one called? In case you want to know, the other one is called Pilney, and this one's called Nudeziac, and this is more of a nude one, obviously. So same lipstick bullet. This one is a lot more sheer, but I do like it. And if you use like a lip liner, it works absolutely fine. It's definitely a lot lighter, but it's in my nude category, so it kind of makes sense. But I do like it, even though I'm ranking it a little bit low. I have my Pixi Shea Butter lip balm here. I've had this for a long time. Actually, I am running pretty low. It's running low. There's no shade because I think there's only one of these. This is really beautiful. Again, it's very lip balmy. I like the color though. It's a very nude tone. It's in the right category. So yeah, I really enjoy it. It's beautiful. Then I have my other Egyptian lipstick from What's Up Beauty. This is Eye of Ra. I wasn't sure where to put this one because it is a little bit peachy, but then I put it here because it doesn't really belong with those oranges. Oh no, this is not a nude at all. This is more mauve. What is it doing here? I thought this was the nude one. So maybe I got them mixed up. Actually, let me just swatch this other one. This is all over the place. I'm gonna swatch it below. Yeah, this is definitely, they're not that different from each other. So this is the Eye of Ra and this is Seba. I still think Siba is pretty mauvey, so I'm going to keep her where she is. And this one is a little bit more warm tone, so we're going to keep them where they are. Obviously, it's darker than these other ones, but it's still more nude. I probably could have put it into my pink category because that is the last category and my biggest category, but we're keeping her here. All right, then I have my other Makeup Factory lipstick. This, again, doesn't have a shade name, but this is very nude, and I really enjoy this. You can see right here, a lot more nude than this one. This is definitely the odd one out. But I really enjoy it. It is such a beautiful satin finish too. I really love it. I don't like that many satin lipsticks, but that one is really beautiful. And I would say my favorite is the Beauty Bay lipstick. This is the matte one, and this is the shade T. And it looks absolutely disgusting, but I use it like all the time, so that's why. And it's really my favorite, so I'm just gonna pop it down below. It's more of a pinky nude, but I go into it all of the time, and it definitely looks very nude on my lips, so that's why we're keeping it there. So that's my nude category, and that's how I'm ranking it. But you can see that some of them are very similar to each other, so I'm happy about it. I mean, you could see what I like, I keep up, and then what I don't like, I generally don't have in my collection. All right, so I have 8 more lipsticks to go through. As I said, these are my pinks. So I'm gonna put the Essence Space Glow here because this is a pH changing lipstick, and it's not like, it's kind of impossible for me to rank this anywhere else. It does go very bright pink though, and it goes a little bit too bright pink for me. I don't know if it's going to work on my hand, to be fair. It looks a little purpley, but that's what it looks like on my hand. Yeah, it is going pink. Oh cool, I thought it only worked on the lips. I guess not. So that is the color. It's a pretty color, but when I have it on the lips, it's not my favorite compared to the rest of these. And then I have this one from number 7. This is the shade Rose Mist. This one has been on my chopping block many declutters, and I always save it because I'm always like, oh, that's so pretty, I want to keep it. And again, I look at it now and I'm like, that's so pretty, I want to keep it. But do I go into it all that much? No. It is very bright on the lips, a little bit too bright. And do I wear it? No. It has like a peachiness to it. So I don't know, I need to figure out if I really want to keep this. Maybe I will try to wear it this month and see if I can make it work, because it is really beautiful. Honestly, it could go with my oranges. It is quite peachy. Maybe I need to like look at it that way. All right, next up we've got my LA Girl. This is the shade Surge. This is more like a purple. It is so bright. I do actually wear this, believe it or not. Not all the time, but it is such a fun color. I don't think I could get rid of it. It is so vibrant. I love it. And honestly, the formula is pretty nice. It's LA Girl. It's inexpensive. I really enjoy it. Then we've got my e.l.f. lipstick. This is Dash of Pink. This is the only one I have left. I used to have 3 or 4 of these, but this one I still like. And, you know, it's, again, a very bright pink. I don't wear them all the time, but I do like wearing pink lipstick. I do, and I used to all the time along with my reds. I was a little bit more bolder with my lips back in the day, and maybe I still need to be. Okay, then we've got the Sayate London Miss Piggy, and this one again is super bright. Like, my pinks are fun. They're not boring pinks, let me tell you. I just can't say no. They are so fuchsia, so bright and beautiful, and all a little bit different from each other, so I do enjoy that. The finish on most of these are satin. I don't think, so far none of these are matte finishes. I do, however, have 2 coming up because matte is more of my preference. So I've got the Monica Makeup Revolution lipstick. This one is the only one that I ended up getting from their Friends collection. It was just the one that kind of spoke to me the most. And it is right here. So this is more of a matte finish, and it's a little bit darker, but I go into it all the time. I really enjoy it. Honestly, it is more of a nude pink, so it could go into the nude category, but I've kind of put it in here. Then I have my other Colourpop lippy sticks. This is in the shade Caramella, and this is just a lot brighter than the other one that I have that is more of a mauve. I'm just gonna pop it down here. I really enjoy this. I actually wore this just last week, and I really enjoyed it. So I've kept it in my collection obviously all this time. I have still tons of it left, so I did not go through a lot of lip products because I don't generally use the same thing over and over again, so it takes me a really long time to finish lip products. And then I think my favorite is this MCO Beauty. This is the shade Petal, and I love this, but again, it does have a peachy vibe to it. It's pink, but it's also a little bit peachy, a little mauvey, a little nude, a dark, you know, I don't know where to classify this, but I put it with the pinks. It could go with the mauves. It could go with the nudes. Who knows? But those are officially, I guess, my pink category, where looking at them now, there's definitely some that are more peach than pink, but it is what I've done. And there you have it. That is the first video for my little ranking series that I'm going to be doing. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you all next time. Bye.